What? Hold on a minute now. I beg your pardon.
Let's roll.
Welcome back to Power Pulse TV, everybody. My name is Nash, and I am here with some news that literally blew my mind. And I am so excited. Reportedly, let me pull it up here because I'm like lost for words. I don't know what to say. Michael Bay is returning to direct a new Transformers movie. So let's put Michael Bay here on the screen. Thank you for Transformers 1, 2, 3, bits of 4, bits of 5. Don't get me wrong, everybody. I love all the Transformers movie, even though I had my issues with a lot of them. And I do think that a lot of Transformers fans can say the same exact thing. There's flaws with everything. There's no such thing as a perfect movie. And I totally get that with Transformers. I totally grew up with, the Transformers movies by Michael Bay. I was introduced to the franchise because of Michael Bay. When the first Transformers movie came out in 2007, I was 8 years old. Now you can guess how old I am. I'm getting up there. Not that old, but I was 8 years old turning 9 when the first Transformers movie came out in 2007. And I remember going to see that movie in the movie theater and being so mind blown as a little kid. And also my dad raised me on G1 after that. So I watched the first Michael Bay movie, and then my dad showed me the G1 Transformers after that. He's like, this is where and how Transformers used to be. So after checking out, the G1 and then Armada and Beast Wars, and then later on, all the other Michael Bay movies, Revenge of the Fallen, Dark of the Moon, Age of Extinction, The Last Night, and then Transformers Prime. So all these different projects coming out as I was, growing up as a kid. Seeing this news today was the exact thing I needed after, that terrible news. I think it was about a week ago that Paramount has no plans for a Transformers 1 sequel. And I will show that video here on the screen. If you guys haven't checked that video out, it's just me ranting the entire video. Go check it out, see what I have to say, what my thoughts are about Transformers 1 not getting a sequel. But anyways, let's get into this. I went on Google because I think it started off as a rumor. And, there's a lot of rumors going around, these days. You don't know what's true and what's a lie or what's made up by somebody. Somebody will literally just say something and then, oh my gosh, it's a rumor, it's actually happening. And when reality, it couldn't be happening, or could not be happening. But as I was doing some research, if this was actually true, it seems that the news is everywhere. So let us read what it says here on Google. So I typed in the bar, is Michael Bay directing a new Transformers movie? It says, yes, Michael Bay is reportedly returning to direct a new live-action Transformers movie. This would be his first time directing a Transformers film since The Last Night, which released in 2017. It's 2025, so 8 years ago. That's crazy. The project is in early development with Jordan VanDina writing the script. It is separate from other Transformers projects, including the animated film Transformers 1 and a potential G.I. Joe crossover. Okay, so a lot of people were speculating if he was ever going to come back and finish, the Bayverse. If he was ever going to do the movie after The Last Night. Even though The Last Night did not do very well in the box office, and it didn't receive a great score by the audience or critics either. I mean, all the Transformers movies really didn't receive any good, you know, reviews from the critics. But as a fan, like I said, I loved them all, even though some of them had their flaws. But yeah, everybody was talking about how, oh, the next movie is going to be called Rise of Unicron. And you know it's gonna pick up right after the last night, where Unicron is starting to come out of the earth, and you see his like horns coming up in different locations and all that. So we don't know if that's gonna be the case, or if, like I said, this could be the GI Joe crossover, the live action that I think Chris Hemsworth was gonna be in. But we don't know anything about that. Um, or this could be something completely new and fresh. Uh, Obviously, we tried to, they tried to reboot Transformers with the Bumblebee movie, which I thought was a great movie as well. And then not the last night, Rise of the Beasts right after Bumblebee, and then Rise of the Beast doing that teaser that GI Joe is going to be involved. So obviously this has put a lot of speculation and things in the air. What is Michael Bay gonna do? Is he gonna finish his franchise, or is he gonna do something completely different? Either way, I am excited. I know a lot of people don't like what Michael Bay did to Transformers. I honestly can disagree with those people, because like I said, I grew up with the Michael Bay movies, and they were my introduction to Transformers. And then going back to G1 and watching all the other adaptations of Transformers. So I am beyond excited for this. Let me know what you guys think about Michael Bay returning for a new Transformers movie down in the comments section below. Are you excited about this? Are you like, great, more unnecessary, explosions and all that stuff? Which I think the explosions are cool. But yeah, let me know in the comments down below, and let me know what you think. I am so excited, and I needed some good news after that that Transformers 1 not getting a sequel. So I hope you liked this video, everybody. And please like, share with your friends, subscribe to the channel if you're new here. It will help me a lot as a new YouTuber trying to grow my channel. And I hope you guys have a fantastic day, and I'll see you guys in the next video.